What is the best AI copywriting tool? My name is Brittany Long, and I'm going to show you the best copywriting tool, and that's coming from an actual copywriter. Let's jump into it. First, I'm going to introduce you to the best AI copywriting tool that you can start with. Then I'll show you the features that really make this stand out, like a chef's kiss stand out. Then I'm going to show you how this tool can create engaging copy for different platforms. And I'll reveal the #1 way to get the most out of this tool that most people are missing, even copywriters. Now, the best copywriting tool is going to be the one that you actually use. And the problem with a lot of copywriting tools out there, they're expensive, they're unclear, the user interface isn't great. You have to add in a lot of extra details, you have to remember your login. Like, there's just a lot of obstacles to get into many of the copywriting tools today that are AI driven or AI created. But you don't have to deal with any of those, because I'm going to show you how to make it easy to use this AI copywriting tool that has a really low barrier to entry, that you can share with people on your team, and my favorite part, connects with a lot of tools that can even automate stuff for you. And that tool is ChatGPT. Now, before you run off and say, oh, ChatGPT, I've tried that, if you're not loving it, you might be doing it wrong. I'm going to tell you how to fix that. First, as a copywriter, here is why ChatGPT is my favorite tool for copywriting. #1, it's easy to use. I can share it with my team. I don't have to come up with complex tools and prompts for it to work. I don't have to figure out a confusing interface. I can jump into it today and start using it today. I can even use it on my phone. So #1, ease of use. #2, it now remembers stuff. So instead of you having to tell it the same thing again and again and again, like you might have to do in Claude, which by the way is my second pick, it remembers what you want it to remember. And if you're not sure how to get that to work, you can say, I want you to remember this next thing I'm about to tell you. I want you to remember my audience. I want you to remember my offer. And it's going to actually add that to its memory. Now, I know you might be saying, oh, but Brittany, I don't want it to remember my stuff. I don't want to feed the machine. You can turn that off while still having the memory on. And speaking of personalization and customization like memory, you can also add in custom instructions to every single chat. Not only does the memory reach across all the chats that you have, but so does the custom instructions. That's where you can put information about your audience, your offers, and then anything else you can add into the memory. Like your brand voice, like information about how you do and don't talk to your audience, content ideas. The possibilities are endless. The next reason I recommend using ChatGPT, at least to get started, is because then you can learn it and master it. If you're using all the different AI tools, all the different copywriting tools, and trying to pick whichever one's best, I'm telling you, you can get it done a lot faster with ChatGPT, and better too if you just master that one. Become the master of ChatGPT and how to use it for your copywriting, and then if you want to move on, but at least you have the basics mastered. Another reason I love ChatGPT for copywriting is that I can actually talk into it and it will talk back to me on my phone, which is really cool and makes it really easy for somebody that's an external processor like I am to be able to talk out my ideas instead of getting stuck behind the computer. I can't tell you how many times I have been tired of sitting at my computer and I'm like, I just want to go for a walk. I just want to do a workout. And do you know where I have my best ideas besides the shower? On my walks, on my workouts. But my computer's not there with me. With ChatGPT, having the mobile version on there where I can talk back and forth with it, I can get my ideas out immediately, and instead of having to wait back till I get back to my computer and hope that I remember it, which by the way, I never do, I can have that information and run with it. And finally, it's really easy to give ChatGPT feedback. How I do it is anytime I give it feedback in the chat, I'll copy and paste it, put it into a document, and then upload that document when I'm doing some new copy. That way it gets what I want, the feedback that I want, so much faster. One additional unique feature about this particular tool is that it has the GPTs. A GPT is something that you can train on your own information, and you put in the knowledge base and it can serve a specific purpose. So you can have an AI launch copywriter in that GPT that you go to every time. You can have a meal planning GPT that you use every time. A GPT is basically like a bot that you train for a specific purpose. Newsletter, email writer, Instagram creator, even a sales coach GPT. Now let's talk about creating engaging content for different platforms. If you're creating content for Facebook, for example, here's a process that I would take. Step 1, we're going to come up with ideas for that copy. So what is it about this offer that we really want to highlight on Facebook? Now, your audience on Facebook might be a little bit different than your audience on Instagram or on TikTok. And so we want to go into ChatGPT and say, I'm creating a particular post for Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is about this topic, this offer. I want you to come up with ideas for me, micro angles, ideas on why people on Facebook that are my audience might be interested in this particular offer. Then I want you to come up with objections. What are potential objections that they might have based on the platform that they're on? The next thing you're gonna do is have it create an outline for you. And then from there, you can talk out your ideas, use the transcript to have it sound like you straight from the get-go, and then have ChatGPT just add in a little bit of extra pizzazz, that copywriting magic that you don't have to go to school for years and years and years to learn, because ChatGPT has all that information already in there. By telling it who your audience is, what your offer is, and what platform it's for, you're gonna get more specific copy than if you try to do it yourself and try to make it the exact same for everything. The clients who follow this advice make more money on their launches than anybody else. So when I say this is good advice from a copywriter, I would use it. And finally, here's an insider tip to help you get more out of this tool. Give it feedback. Don't ever use the first draft of anything. Now, this is good advice whether you're working with a human copywriter or an AI copywriter. You want to make sure that you're giving feedback. So feedback could look like, I like this, but I don't like this, and here's why. It could be, I want this instead, or I want it to sound more like, however you want it to sound more human-like, less robotic, less cold. I want it to sound like you know what you're talking about. I want you to sound like you're talking to a human, not a business. I don't want you to use businessese. Those are some examples of some feedback that you might want to give. Now, if you want to get the most out of ChatGPT as an AI copywriting tool, I have a free gift for you today. It's called AI to 10K, and it's a workshop that shows you how to make more in your next launch using my templates, my outlines, all the stuff that I've spent a lot of time learning and a lot of time testing as a copywriter. I'm giving it to you for free, plus all my prompts. This workshop is gonna help you make more in your next launch, and you can get it for free by clicking the link below. My name is Brittany Long, and today we talked about my favorite AI copywriting tool, which is ChatGPT.